What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So this is like a random ass video for me, but I thought I want to mix up, I want to do something different. So, as you can see, this is no ordinary Fiesta. This is Dan's special K20 Fiesta build turbo. There's like none of these about anywhere. Like, how many would there be? How many have been done? Like,
one was nearly done.
One was nearly done, but not actually on the road complete. This isn't on the road complete yet, but it's like a month out. But I wanted to sort of get a video of this in progress, then we'll get another one at a later date when it's actually on the road. But we're gonna go for a full like breakdown and walk around, look at the car and the build itself, because I think it's pretty sick, and I think a lot of people would like to see and know more in depth into this, because it's just fucking crazy, to be honest. He's gonna give us a brief, and Dan behind the camera, a brief breakdown of what is going on here, what everything, the turbo itself, it's a precision one, like the engine mounts, obviously everything I'm assuming is like bespoke for this, because it's not like a kit you can just buy off the shelf to fit a Fiesta. They haven't done that yet, have they?
No, there's someone making stuff, but
there's in production, but like this is sort of the first closest look to what it's going to be.
Yeah.
So turbo wise, it's a precision, what is it?
It's a precision 62, 66.
And then what else we got going on here? Like a brief summary of everything you can see.
Well, we've got custom cooling lines that run obviously behind the manifold to the standard heater matrix. We've got obviously a sidewinding turbo manifold, precision 266 with a turbo smart blow-off valve with screamer pipe.
Yeah, because this is sort of like a similar setup to what James is running his Mark 6. Obviously not engine-wise, but the turbo and the sidewind manifold. Like this is sort of like this is sort of how people run them when they go for something crazy like this setup.
Yeah, so this setup came out of my Civic EM1. Basically we tested it in that first. It made 470 brake horsepower at 0.9 bar of boost, and that was mapped by JCal. And then now obviously we've put it in the Fiesta and hoping to probably get about the same, if not a bit more.
And then obviously you've relocated certain things and whatnot.
Yeah, so the ABS pump used to be back behind the turbo there, so obviously it's going to get too hot, so we've moved it all. It's got fully braided lines, but I bought this off of a guy that was in progress of doing a K20 swap, and he stripped it now, so I bought a lot of bits off of him.
It's the same with like the intercooler setup with the crash bar, it's all like
so
sort of modified what was the existing crash bar, would you say? And
yeah,
then
it's got a little crash bar underneath. It's nothing special.
You can't really have it with the size of the cooler you want to run and how the setup is moving.
You think like when you look at your stage 3 Fiestas, this core is probably about the same as the bottom end of the stage 3.
Yeah.
Obviously this is the whole way up.
So it's a big boy cooler.
Yeah, it's got a Mishimoto radiator. But yeah, we're just waiting for a few more bits to actually get it finished.
In the car, you've got the doors off just to make it easier to get around. You're running an AirTech wide arch kit, which looks pretty cool. This is like the other option to get from mine. Obviously mine's got the wide body, but this is like the sort of just aggressive flared arches, which looks really cool. Obviously once it's all colour matched, it look really good. But in the car, obviously, what shifter setup is that?
This is actually just from eBay. It's eBay shifter cables.
It looks good. Like, it looks cool.
Yeah, so obviously the main
manufacturer
of it is Mugen, but it's
just an eBay version.
Yeah, K20. So that's the people that normally make it. But yeah, it's just an eBay version.
And then coming round to the back, obviously you cut out the spare wheel well, because you said you're running a centre exit on this, aren't you?
Yeah, going to run a centre exit, which we just pulled over in the corner.
Over in the corner, buried.
Yeah, going to have a centre exit with an MGC diffuser. With
they're cool. And then you've got the fuel pump and whatnot.
So you've got an upgraded fuel pump, fuel filter, and this is a 1.5 litre surge tank. Obviously it's drilled into the original fuel tank with a return, and that the other pipe goes to the original pump, so it pumps it from there to here, and then the high pressure fuel pump pumps it to the engine.
That's sick. Like, as you can probably tell by the reason why I want to make this video, it's just because it's something so different you don't see on Fiestas, and it's just cool to see a completely different style of build to a Fiesta. Obviously most people just like hybrid turbo, or like is there any other engine sorts people do to Fiestas? I don't know of any. For the ST180s.
Black top, didn't they?
Yeah, 2-litre black top. That's more of like your old school Ford routes, but it's just sort of like putting a twist on it. It's giving like a Jap approach to it. Like it's cool, it's different, and it's gonna sound very interesting for a Fiesta to drive down the road. Like a black top, it sounds cool, but it's still got that Ford sound. Whereas like with this is gonna sound pretty fucking crazy. Revving up to 10, 9.5k, it's gonna sound so sick.
And the best thing about it as well, it runs all these standard lube inside, so I can still use the radio.
So you can still use it as a normal form, like you said with the windows, because your door cards, you don't have to run polycarbs, you haven't got you're not going to have nothing in car. It's not going to be like a bare car to drive. It's going to be still a nice Ford. Like you're going to have the entertainment unit. Do the clocks work?
Yeah, the clocks will work. I could plug my heated seats in and use it before. Like,
that's it. Yeah. So it's still retaining the. It's still a Fiesta inside. It's just the engine bay is definitely not at that point anymore. And do you know if you've got to cut anything for the front bumper or whatnot yet to make everything fit, or just not? Oh, just sit. That's so cool. Like it's sick. What are these torque mounts?
So they're from a company called Jay's Speed Shop, but well, I won't badmouth them, but we had a few issues. He still hasn't sent me the back mount, which I'm waiting for. But yeah, you can actually buy these mounts off him for 450 quid. But
fuck it hell.
You'd be waiting about 3 years for them. But yeah, it's other than that, it's literally you bolt onto the subframe in the same place, and there's an adapter to go to the gearbox.
And then you said you're waiting on drive shafts, yeah?
Waiting on drive shafts. They're coming from America now, so
that's pretty cool. So is there a kit sort of in the making in America for these?
So there's one guy that's done the swap in America. He's had it running on the road, but he's still waiting for a wiring harness to be completed.
Got ya.
But I've already got the wiring harness because he's going a bit of a different route. But yeah, it's about a month away from being done.
So what's left now to do? I know you said you've got to get some like fabrication work done.
So to get it running, all we literally are waiting for at the minute is an adapter plate for my throttle body and manifold.
Yeah, yeah.
Once I've got that, the car is pretty much ready to start.
That's sick. It's gonna look. He's gonna not look with the bonnet closed. He's gonna look like a wide arch system, which looks cool anyway. And he's got carbon airtech wing on the way as well. Forgot about that. Big Wayne gang. So it's just gonna sound fucking crazy. I can't wait to do like full chatter. It's gonna be nuts.
I've got K-Sport 8 pop brakes on the way, BC Quillos on the way.
So, and this is gonna make like what 450 brake? You say?
It was already made 470 at 0.9 bar of boost. So if we wanted to turn the boost up a bit, we could probably
hit the 500 mark.
But it's just
not reliable power.
I think it's stock block. There's no
stock. That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. So if you was to build the block as well at some point, in the future,
they go
that imagine 1,000 brake horsepower Fiesta.
That's when you'd have to start four-wheel drive swapping.
Yeah, I'm about to say the drive shafts would be shitting themselves on like a daily basis.
Like Jamie's guys, it's the same thing. He thinks only 650 or 700 brake.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Problems that's had, but...
Okay, so now this is the sickening part that we're going to get to then. We've had the build breakdown. Now I want the build cost breakdown. Obviously, excluding the car itself, excluding the wide arches, just strictly to get it to the point to be able to run and like future the K20. How much are we talking?
So I've personally spent just over 10,000 so far. It would have cost more. So like things like the wiring harness, just the wiring harness alone is £2,400.
But you had to get someone was selling it because they're sort of giving up with their version of it. So you had to get it a bit cheaper. Yeah.
It's a brand new wiring harness that was literally just sat in his car.
Yeah, it's not actually running on the car yet.
So obviously I was going to buy one from the company he got it from. So it came with an ECU, the Delta ECU and the wiring harness for £2,400. And that was obviously with all the heat protection and everything. You've got the turbo set up. I mean, a manifold is £800. The turbo, obviously depending on what you go for, could be another £800.
Yeah.
Obviously you've got the engine and gearbox, let's say 1,500 quid. It adds up very, very quick.
Yeah, it's when you a little bit, especially with like your fuel system and whatnot.
Fuel system, that's 800 quid, £1,000.
Yeah, exactly. Once you add them little bits up, mapping what you have to do.
500 quid.
Yeah, like if you can't get the custom fab work done yourself and you have to pay someone else to do that. Exactly. All the little bits adds up, like the mounts as well.
So if you took this
rads, whatnot, intercooler.
If you took this to a shop and asked them to do a conversion, it'd probably cost you 20-25 grand.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking money. You'd have a sick ass car, but it's a big like you've already made a big commitment to the build. But I guess if you change your mind, you'd make your money back in parts of what you've got, sort of thing.
Obviously the shells, I couldn't say I ever sold that now. I've cut holes in it, but
yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. Let's be honest, I've cut my rear quarters out.
But, yeah, that's I don't know. I don't think I'd ever strip it now.
Once it's on the road and you've got that, then you're driving going, what? You're going to be like, nah, fuck it, this is the best thing ever.
VTEC ping pong power.
Yeah, that's going to be loving life. It's just sick.
Just the feeling of them as well when you're pulling and you go past someone that's got like a 600 brake BMW.
Yeah, the munching M3 comps and like running like 500-600 brake. And it's like, yeah, buy it. Because the weight of one of these, I don't know what the weight of a stock shell is, but
Like 1,300 kilos.
and then with weight reduction already done to that and whatnot,
Your engine's probably
you've got a light car. Like my car running a stage 2, like Revo stage 2 software, I was pushing on stage 3 software cars, like on track and whatnot. Like some, they can be down to like suspension, tyres and whatnot, but just raw power, a car with a lot less weight is a lot fucking faster. Like you wouldn't believe how much that does weigh into it, and I feel like, especially with this car, you're gonna notice it with the power as well to back it. It's gonna be like a rocket ship. Once it grips, that is, it's gonna be gone. Once it gets the grip, it's gonna need some beastie tyres. You're gonna need like 245s or something like that. I don't know. I'm going up to 225s. What everyone wants about 195 average on a Fiesta.
If you've got like Team Dynamic 16s, you should be running a 205.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably an average of 205. The stock wheels are 205.
Yeah, so you're gonna need the meat definitely to get the grip, but it is a sick build. I'll wrap it up here anyway because we've done a long ass video probably. Well, it's probably not that long. It's a very interesting video. But if you need any parts, B7 Performance, make sure you follow Dan and Ryan's Instagrams down below and on the screen. Was there anything else we need to shout out before I finish this up?
No,
Make sure you like, comment if you want to see more of this, the future of it, or anything like that, or more of these sort of videos. I guess I can't be doing many more because no one else has done it. But hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10, 10, 10, yeah.